gas, hit the gas, hit the gas. Until it's 17, plus it till it's 17, plus it hit the gas, hit the gas, hit the gas. Until it big man, plus it till it big man, plus it hit the gas, hit the gas, hit the gas, hit the gas. Until it go time.
Welcome back to Off Limits. I don't know what episode this is. What, 7?
8, I think.
8. You got your host or co-host Isaiah. You got Isa, joined by baby Charlie. It's been a minute since we. Go say baby. We have our Father's Day special. Let's see. Catch you up quick on what's happened since then. I've gone back to work. I was on leave for 2 months. It was different than my first baby. I did a 1 month off after birth, 1 month at 6 months, and then 1 month at 11 months. Luckily, my job's flexible with like the bonding time. But I figured with this one, I knew my wife was gonna need more help, so I took 2 months off to start. So I went back July 5th. We closed an extra day. So I've been back at work now almost a month. And I think it's been good. I mean, I got into a good routine again, going to my gym in the morning. I know this weekend was tough because my wife got sick. My oldest daughter, Amelia, got sick. And this baby is just needy compared to Amelia since she was a baby. It's been a busy time in the Barrera household, for sure.
Yeah.
What's going on with you since then?
Just been working. Just finished working a summer camp at work. So it's been busy. Been out of the house early in the morning. Working from 8 to 5. Sucks. Long days. Having an hour lunch doesn't help. Yeah, it sucked. The shift sucked in the sense of timing, but the people I got to work with was dope. I have some cool friendships with a bunch of people there. It was real flexible with the people in charge. We got to build good relationships with the summer school principal. Shout out to Brian if he ever watches. Finds it on the.
And these are different
YouTube.
coworkers than you normally have? All of them?
Yeah, all of them were brand new in the sense of I don't work with them during the year, but I have worked with them when I sub for the after school program. So they're not my constant everyday coworkers, but they're good people that I get to work with over the summer. I look forward to it because it's different vibes, a lot more social and better morale, I would say, for everybody involved. Yeah, it was super dope this time around. Last year it was okay, but yeah, it was super dope getting to hang out with everybody and stuff like that. Other than that, what else happened at work? Nothing much.
Yeah, my summer schedule is easy at work because we start about 45 minutes later. The kids don't show up till 8. But I always get to work at 7 o'clock. Always on time. Never late. But,
yeah, the summer camp starts at like 7:15, but I didn't have to start till 8. So people who have the shift from like 7, starting at 7 in the morning, have it easy because that first hour, 7 to 8, is like their breakfast time, so they're just in the cafeteria eating. And then from 8 to 9 is their outdoor physical activity time where we had a coach lead them in physical activity. Man, that guy was out there, he didn't know what to do. I had to end up taking over and just make them do stretches, make them run laps. I felt like Denzel Washington and Remember the Titans. I was like, high knees. If your knee is not touching your hand, you will do it till you can't breathe anymore. I was just saying random stuff like that. And I was like, run in place. Like, if you're not running, we're going to be out here till everybody runs. And then I'll make you guys do push-ups and sit-ups. These little kindergartners, TK, and first graders are just like...
I think I would like to be a PE teacher. My alternate backup profession is teacher, and then my alternate backup profession is police officer. But if I become a police officer, I'll probably be arrested and in jail for a illegal bribing scheme, 100%.
I don't doubt that.
But teaching, I think I'd be good at. I've been told pretty repeatedly that I'd be a good teacher.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's like easy, and I understand how it can be hard, but there's some staff that when they get to summer camp, they like panic. They're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What do I get? What do I do? What do I teach? and I'm just there. The first day, me and my the homie Hector and Darian, we're just there chilling, and then we're just watching everybody like grab all their supplies. It's kind of like when they're like, oh, go race, like, and everybody takes off to get in the car. We just let everybody get their supplies, and we're just like, all right, we just need paper and pencils, and that's it. But everybody's just like freaking out. Oh, I want to decorate my room. I want to do this. We're just like, nah, we don't get paid enough.
Yeah, I think that the I guess the input I've gotten from most teachers, like, oh, you don't get paid enough, you're a teacher. And I always tell people the little caveat is you just can't overly invest
Yeah,
in your children at work. Which I understand comes off like, oh, you're not going to care about your job. I'm like, you can care about your job,
yeah,
just never losing mind that they're not your kids in the sense of your actual flesh and blood. But then people are like, oh, they're actually my kids. I care about them. You invest all your money. I know I wouldn't have that problem. I'd be like, nah, I like you.
yeah.
You're a
No.
homie at work. Good job, little kid.
And as far as I go, invest in the kids, I'll see like if there's kids that I think that they're smart, but they just make bad decisions in general that get them in trouble. And so I'll be like, look, you get straight A's, you stay out of the principal's office for the year. I'll get you guys, I'll DoorDash you guys like something. I'll get like a little Caesar's Pizza or Domino's, depending on how many kids it is or if it's one. Like there's this one kid I promised him like Raising Canes. I felt bad because when I went to do it, I realized they weren't on DoorDash or Uber Eats. I was like, ooh. So I was like, look, your options are an In-N-Out gift card or nothing. I didn't even get to give it to him because it was the graduation day, and then everything got caught up, and he took off, and I left, and I didn't even see him.
Dang, you robbed them all?
Yeah, hey, he graduated though.
What the? I think it was supposed to be an AM alarm. It was PM. Good thing I wake up before my alarms. Thanks to
Yeah.
the kids.
But yeah, like just seeing how people, I guess, overly think they have to be like top tier for that summer camp, where they're like trying to make these extravagant artworks and things. I knew mine was gonna be quick. I had gotten some cameras. I was like, all right, cool. And just had these kids take some pictures, and I'll put together a slideshow or I ended up making a yearbook, which everybody liked. So that was cool, but I didn't like freak out or anything like, oh, I got to make sure my room looks nice. Especially because at the end of the year, we have to take everything down and the room has to be like how when we walked in. So we take pictures before and after camp and we compare,
Yeah.
and it has to like almost like identical, like no one was in there. So it's like, why am I going to do all this work to put things up on the wall, to like
How
make
long
it
is
seem
summer
like
school?
2 months?
Yeah.
It's like the week, it's like you get that Friday to prep, then you have a training the following Monday, and then it started Tuesday. So it's really like only 2 days without kids, and then you start. And it just ended on the 28th. So from like June 12th till July 28th.
And summer school everyone go to, right? No?
I forget. There's a summer camp program, which is what I did, which is most like we do in the morning, have some review for math and like the Leader in Me program and like Scholastic Lit Camp where we read, answer questions, and reading comprehension. And then the second half of the day is just like enrichment. So it's like projects you have to do with them, whether it be art with combined with science or math. It has to be a STEAM project based. So it's things like that. Where the other summer school is legit, like summer school. You got real certificated teachers, and they're like working with kids who need help in math, like extra help to get them prep that they need. And that one's only like from 8 to 12 or 8 to 1.
Not a whole day.
Yeah, not a whole day. Ours is a whole day. Where parents could just be like, "Here's my kid at 7:15. I'll come back at 6."
I mean, that's crazy.
That's
I'll do that.
wild.
My kids. See you
Yeah,
later.
I know some of these parents they're like, "What time can I bring my kid? Or what's the latest I can bring my kid? Or what's the earliest I can bring my kid? Like, how late can I leave them here?" We're like, sometimes we like to tell them like, pick us at 5:30, because then if we
You
tell
know
them
they'd be
6, they get there at like 6:15, and then things like that.
Yeah, it's like my program. It's pickup is 2:15. We have parents coming like 2:45.
Yeah.
Traffic. I'm like, well, you could adjust for traffic.
Yeah, one thing
That's
that
true.
that made it super easy for me was the field trips. Like, so we'd be getting on a bus at like 8, and we didn't come back till about 3:30 or 4, depending on traffic. So by the time we get back, it's like our shift is up, So it's like I was there, but I had to be there with the kids because we do the science center. The other one was all the way in Pacoima or something. I forgot what it's called. The Discovery Cube.
Oh, I took the kids there.
That
to
one was
Discovery Cube.
super lame.
There's more than one, right? There's more than
There's
one.
one in OC Irvine, I think, which I think is bigger, and then there's the one in like Pacoima or something. That one was not cool.
That's far too, Pacoima.
I don't know why we went there. I mean, they're both far from Rosemead, so Irvine or Pacoima is like.
You went to the Irvine Spectrum?
No. We went to the one in Pacoima, Discovery Cube in Pacoima or something,
Oh,
wherever
okay.
it's at. I forget what it's actually called. But yeah, like the Science Center was cool. Natural History Museum, low key sucks. I was
I think I've
there.
been there.
I didn't like the fact that the restrooms were like downstairs.
Have we been there together?
No, I don't.
Did we
Honestly,
go
I don't remember
in
going as a
elementary
kid.
school? Me either, I must say.
I feel like I've only seen it in movies. The dinosaur display.
I only know the one in New York. There's one
Natural
here?
History Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
there's
where
one
the
here.
Night Guard movie is,
Yeah,
right?
Night at the
The
Museum.
Night at the
Ben
Museum.
Stiller, underrated actor.
Ben Stiller. I don't think I've ever seen it. Been to the actual one here.
Yeah, I was there. And they were savages too when we left for our lunch. They didn't let us go back in and use the restroom, like through the actual thing. We had to go around the whole building, and use the ones at the basement again, but through the side entrance. Couldn't go back into the museum. But that one was probably the worst one, because in the museum there was no AC, and it was like
why? To protect
I have no idea. It didn't say COVID reasons or anything. There was no
the art.
mass.
Too cold, too hot.
But I was just like, holy smokes, dude! It was the worst one because a lot of schools were there that day. It was hot. There was no AC inside the building, and that was one where I went where I wasn't necessarily the teacher of any of the classes. I was there strictly to take kids to the restroom.
Yeah.
So I got like my steps in because every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I didn't go to the restroom. I had to
What
walk
ages
in.
were you working with?
So it was on that trip, on that field trip, the school goes from kinder to sixth grade, that summer camp. But on that specific field trip,
Okay.
it was first and second grade that went. So I had to take, and it would be like I was the only guy there, so I had to take all the boys, and sometimes it'd be like 8 boys that had to go use the restroom. So I had to take them down by myself and be like holding. I'd be like, when you're done, line up against the wall within the restroom because I was afraid to send them out and then something happened or whatever. So I had to make sure they all fit against the wall. And I'm like, line up against the wall. And then once everybody was done, I had to walk them out and take them back up. By the time I got back, it was like,
Next group.
has to go. I was like, take them back down. So that one sucked. The best one I went on was called Riley's Farm. That one was far too. It was like past Colton. It was
I don't
like
even know where Colton
there was
is.
some weird name like Yucapaya something. It was in the mountains in San Bernardino.
How long did it take you to get there?
Hour and a half drive to get there, and then it was 2 hours back.
How long were you guys actually there? Like 3 hours?
We were there from 10 to 2.
Oh, you don't have to be back till 5, huh?
Yeah, well, it ends at 6, so we didn't have to be back. It was scheduled to be back at 4, so we were there till 2 to get back in time. But it was super dope. Kids got to learn about like gold mining. They had to do chores, turn money to go buy like
Yeah.
shovels and stuff. They had to go to a bank
So
to
one of
get like
those
a
TV show ones.
yeah, like they do different steps to earn money, whatever. So it was cool. The only thing that did suck about that one is that bus had no AC. So on the way back, it was just like hot air circulating in the bus with the windows down, and you're just like
What grade was that?
4th, 5th, and 6th.
So everyone goes on a field trip, all the grades?
Yeah, all the grades got to go. Everyone got to do 2 field trips except my grade. They got to do 3. And then I went on 4 because of that extra one I did because there was no other male to go take like kids to the restroom. Yeah,
This is your first time, second time doing summer school?
3rd time.
Third time.
So the first one I was the afternoon shift from, I think I started at like 1 to 6. And then the next year I did 7 to like 12:30. This year I did 8 to 5. So I've done all 3 of the options. I do the 8-hour shift again, no problem, because I like the money, but it's just long days. And what sucked is like all my friends left before me, so when I got to 5 o'clock, I was there by myself with like no one to really hang with. I was like, dang, this kind of blows.
Why? What was their schedule?
So one of my friends worked from 7 to 12. Another one worked from 7:15 to 3:45. Another one worked from 6:45 to 1:45. And that was it. Oh no, and then another one did work with me, but they got there like later from 1 to 5. So, and then in the afternoon shift, we only get to go outside like once, and even then that stopped because it got too hot to take kids outside. But yeah, it was cool though. At the end all be all, it was a good experience. I got a lot of steps in, which was good. I was averaging like 12,000 steps a day.
Oh, that's a good thing. It's free steps at work.
Yeah,
Now that I go to work, my steps have like doubled since being home and having just to sit with the baby so she could sleep.
yeah.
Yes, that's like the end of summer school. We're marking we say the middle of summer or the heart of summer for
Yeah,
the apostolic
you can feel it.
people. Hell yeah, it's been hot. Mother-in-law, that's appropriate. Like she said it was hot. I forgot where she was. My mother-in-law. It's like it's so hot out here. Oh yeah, that's how hot it'll be in hell. You don't want to go there. That's funny, bro.
Classic.
But yeah, for apostolics that grow up in church
Yeah.
or people who attend church in the assembly, it's always marked by the camp. What would you call it? Camp season.
Yeah.
Right, we got junior camp goes first.
Junior
Then
camp.
Youth camp.
Youth camp is usually like the week right after.
Bruh, I'm so old now. They had a meeting Sunday to go to Varones camp. I was like, bro, why am I here? They're trying to convince me to go.
I don't know why Varones don't do what the Dorcas do and just go stay in a hotel, yo.
These guys want to go to a cabin. I'm like, bro, I'm
Like-
too old.
Like you're trying to live in the glory days, dog. They long gone.
I'm 30 years old. Oh, my birthday's coming up in August, so we'll get to.
Yeah.
But going to camps, I was talking people who like camps. You can send us your camp memories. But for me and you, growing up in church, you would think we went to a lot of camps, but
Oh, I technically I did. I went to a lot of junior camps.
I technically went to one junior camp, 0 youth camps as a camper, and I think 4 as a counselor.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know what we mean when we say junior camp and youth camp, juniors camp is from the age of 8 till 14, I think it is. And then youth is from 15 and up as long as you're not married, which is sicko wide range of age on that one. But and they tried to incorporate in this new thing called the bridge camp.
Have you been to it before? I never been to it.
Nah, it's
They even made a new one, right? They have a pastor's camp or pastor's kids camp,
pastor kids camp.
PK camp.
Yeah.
But junior camp, I remember the first year I went, the only year I went, I was 8 years old. Before it wasn't 8.
It was used
9.
to be 9, but
Yeah.
then they dropped it down to 8.
And when I went, I was ahead of the curve. It was 9-year-olds, but I went as 8 because I was
Yeah.
dope. Now my
It's
uncle,
dope.
my cousins were going. My brother
Yeah.
went. My older brother, obviously, because I was 8, you were 5. My
Yeah.
older brother went. My cousin went. I think some random other
You
people.
had a lot of church friends around your age.
church people went, and then my aunts, I think, were counselors at the time.
Yeah.
So I went as an 8-year-old to camp by myself. Everybody's all worried about me. I think there's pictures of me. We'll see if we find one. We can put it up on the
We'll see.
video. It's like me eating a couple noodle, wearing like a big old
Classic.
shirt. That's what it's known for, as a selling couple
Oh, yeah.
noodles.
Snack bar. Those of you who have been to camp know snack bar's number one selling item is a couple noodles right after
Snack
service.
bar. They're always paying to make, so be nice to the people that make you couple noodles because they're paying. But I went to one junior camp. Honestly, I don't remember anything. Just know that I went. I have 0 recollection of my first junior camp now.
I went to 6 junior camps, bro. People wonder why I don't want to go back to camp. I'm all camped out, bro.
You went from 8 to 13, or what?
I went from 8 to 14.
You went
Never
every
missed a
year.
camp. Yeah. I'm all camped out talking about go to camp. Nah, fam.
I went
I've
to all
been
the
there,
camps.
done that. Telling me youth camp's different. I gotta wake up early. I gotta go get breakfast. I gotta go to some type
Nasty
of conference.
breakfast, too.
Then I gotta go to lunch. Then I have 4 hours of free time where I gotta wear pants over my shorts.
I know that's
Bruh.
Bruh. I gotta wear the pants over your shorts kills me.
And
Go to
then
the
you,
gym.
you still have quiet hour where you gotta go to your cabins for like an hour before
I'm
service,
like,
dinner or
"Excuse me,
whatever.
I'm paying for this. I do whatever I want, bro.
And that's my thing. So I want it to be like convention in the sense of if I go to camp, I'm gonna go to whatever I want to go to, and I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go to sleep whenever I want to go to sleep. You can have an itinerary ready, but best believe I'm not gonna wake up and get out of bed at 7 in the morning because there's like a morning service at 8, so we gotta get breakfast at 7:30 and inside lined up for the chapel. Like, bro, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna wake up at like 8, 9, then go get breakfast. Then I'm gonna decide what's going on in the morning and whether or not I want to go back to my cabin or hit the basketball court and play some
I
hoops.
see what we're talking about. Yeah, for me, like I said, I don't remember anything about junior camp. I know I went as an 8-year-old. That's it.
It's engraved in my mind.
And then as a counselor, I never went to any bad counselors. That's why they kicked me out. But I never went to any of the morning. I think I went to the morning one time. The morning, like a early morning
Yeah,
session.
the
The
sunrise
pre-camp one,
preachers.
yeah, that one.
Sunrise preachers.
The
Where it's like at 5 a.m. they have like
the
a
fire
little.
starter ones. I didn't
Everybody's
go
like
those.
this.
I was always a laid back counselor. I think I started when I was like 21. Right after I finished college,
Yeah.
I started going to cover for my brother, and then I was camp sports coordinator and a counselor. I think for 4 years. Then I got the job at UCLA, and then I never
Yeah,
went
like,
back.
Deuces.
1 year I did both. I did junior camp and youth camp.
I remember. Did you just?
I
Were
just
you
stayed.
stayed up there, or did you
No,
come down for like half a day and then
I
go
came
back
down
home?
for half the day to get more clothes.
Mm.
Cause I
Oh,
didn't
that's
know.
right. Because it was like a full day in between, wasn't it? It was
No.
like
I literally just came back and went back up the same day.
because
I think I did. Yeah, I came down.
I think you came down with Frankie, and then you both went back up.
Yeah, we came down. They asked me to do a junior camp, and I was like, sure, that's crazy. That's my. I had a job too. I don't think I told my job. I think that's when I was able to work
Like
remotely.
Oh, I checked
I
in.
didn't tell no
Hello,
one.
how you
Yeah.
doing?
So I came down, got my change of clothes, and then went back up to camp.
Yeah.
But I mean, all I remember, camp as a counselor was fun. Got a good
Yes.
relationships I made, friends.
That's what I'd be saying. I'd be saying, look, if you want me at youth camp, I'll go as staff. I ain't going as a camper. You best believe I ain't going as a camper. I'll go as staff. And they're like, someone asked me, what's 3 reasons why you don't want to go to camp? And what's 3 reasons
Who
why
told you that?
Aldo? He's like, what's 3 reasons why you don't want to go to camp? I'm like, it's hot, bed's uncomfortable, and I forgot what else I said. I forgot the reason. And he's like, okay, why should they take you? I was like, I never said they should take me. I said the only way I'm going is if they take me as staff. Like, I'm not saying that nobody in the right should. I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying I'm only going if they take me as staff.
Yeah, same. I never. The first time I was asked, I didn't even know I would get asked. I just did it.
It was
Never mind.
they asked you because Chucky couldn't make it for something.
Yeah, Chucky couldn't do it. Then James said, "Nah."
And then he's like, upgrade.
But
Then I call Chucky back no more.
yeah. Then they called me. But I mean, it was fun as a counselor. I don't know how the experience would be as a camper. And then
Yeah.
I never overlapped. I never overlapped with my wife. I think ever either. Any of the camps. Her mom and her dad were camp pastors for some of the camps, but I never went to them. So I never got to know them. And then my mom and my dad, they like wanted us to go to camp, but they never really pushed it. At least on
Yeah.
me.
I don't
were
think
never,
they
like-
they
never-
stopped pushing me out to junior camp. Like, it was, I had to go to junior camp, but
They were
after
never
that,
like, oh, you gotta
I think
go
they
to
were
camp.
worried about me. I think they knew I was the one that was.
Well, me, I used school because we were on tracks.
Oh, true.
So I was always at the wrong track. That was always like the
You
first.
were on the super smart talented
That
track.
was always like the first week of school.
I was on the Gen Ed track.
And I was like, I'm not gonna miss school.
I was
whole
Gen
week before.
Pop.
And back then, camp was longer. Now it's like 3 days.
I know. Talking about 4 nights, 3 days, or whatever. 4 days, 3 nights.
Yeah, before camp was like legit 4.5 days.
It was like a full week.
Yeah, it was like 4.5 days. Now it's like 3 days. Yeah,
Now you're
3
only
days,
staying
4.5.
there that first night, the second night, the
One more
third
night,
night,
and
and
go
then you're
home.
out in the morning.
Yeah, so back then you'd miss like a whole week of school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, camp was fun as a counselor. I definitely enjoyed my experience. But like you said, I think I would have probably been more inclined to go if I had more control of what I wanted to do. Who knows? Maybe I would have. My life would be different, but nah.
Yeah. Then and then like, I never really had friends as a youth. Like
Yeah, I think
when I
that's
became a
honestly-
youth, my friends were always older, like Josh, Mike, Eduardo, Ivan. I never really had anyone my age that I would consider a friend. Even now, somehow my best friend right now is like 3 years older than me, David. He's way older than me.
He's 6 years older than you?
Nah, I'm just kidding. He's 3 years.
Yeah.
I just like saying it like it's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any friends in church my age either, besides Chuck, he's my brother,
Yeah.
and then Sam. I don't know if Sam went to camp, but I never went to camp. But we left churches on. We separated.
Yeah.
Did he go to Pasadena with us?
He came a bit
the end, no?
later when we were leaving.
Yeah, so I never really had people my age that went to camp either. So I was like, man, who am I going to talk to? Randos? I don't know people at other
Yeah.
churches.
And people are like, "Oh, go to camp. It's awesome experience, whatever." Right? I'm like, "Yeah, it is. It's cool if that's your thing. Like, if you like to, it's like a rah, like a pep rally, like a 3 day, 4 day pep rally. I feel like it's dope. It's you get hyped, but at the same time, I'm like, you could do that down here.
I do regret not going once as a youth. That way I could say I went to junior youth and Varones camp. If I ever do go to Varones camp. I went to a Dorcas camp.
I've been to Dorcas camp 3 times already.
Yeah. But Varones camp, I don't know. Same thing. Now I got 2 kids. First one they
But
invited
that's
me
the
to
thing.
go.
Is like get a hotel,
So I
get some
said,
AC.
get some good food. I'm not gonna go eat camp food.
They swear they out here gonna hunt and stuff. They like singing around the campfire.
If they did that, I do that. I go out there
I
legit.
was just joking.
I
But
do
they
like
like
tent
to
and
they
do
like
some
to
trekking.
set a fire and then they'll like play guitar and sing a bunch of oldies.
Yeah, no, I mean.
Like I don't know why they keep doing the camp thing.
Well, I think people want the friendship community. I think for a lot of people that is what they need, like friendship community. Like yesterday, we had our Hebrews event, and I guess it started out. We got to Linwood, Mount Moriah, and we were used to doing the event, like inviting a lot of other churches and having a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then my wife, who grew up in that church, said that originally it was just meant to be
For
like
the
a
youth.
local youth event, and then it grew to have other people. But I met some cool people, and shout out San Fernando Church, or what are they called?
Abundant
VA,
Life.
Abundant Life.
Vida Abundante, Abundant Life. One of those two.
Shout out Pastor Prado
Or
and
Life Youth. Yeah.
Elizabeth and Marcos for bringing
Yeah.
your youth people. But like socializing, getting to hang out with people,
I guess so.
have friends. Like I never did that. We never did that with church people because we always had a ton of family.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's ultimately what like is what was missing from our church upbringing.
Experience. Since
we
we
didn't
grew up with our
have-
family, we
yeah,
never
yeah.
had to expand
Our family was our church friends.
our
so
cousins
we
and
didn't-
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, we never searched out to make friends.
We didn't make other friends in church because it was always our family.
So if you wonder why I'm so quiet and don't talk, that's why.
We didn't have socialization. It was literally our family. Shout out Mara, Gladys, like
Ray,
Ray,
Jonah, Javid,
all our
Daniel.
cousins,
Yeah.
or like family, but not really family. Like I guess not. We didn't talk to people,
Yeah.
so like we didn't need the connection. Like yesterday, I was talking to people. Like I can talk to people, but I never really connected to people until I was older, or knew that I could connect to people.
Yeah. See, I'm not one to like initiate conversations to start relationships. Like as far as friendships, like for me, if I get a new friend now, it's like because I'm hanging out with David, and so I'm in like that circle, and like I'll know of somebody, and then over a couple services, sitting at the table after a service, like after eating somewhere, I get to open up more. They get to understand how I am more, and then I.
How do
open
you
up.
know? 26?
Yeah.
Be 30 in what, 5 days, 6 days? I don't even know the last friend I made. I don't think I made a new friend since. Well, the last friend was Frankie. Frank was the last addition to
The squad, the
my
trail
friendship
chasers.
group. I think besides him, there's no friend I've added since him. Abel was before him. There's only three non-family friends. Renee, who's from school, but that was like I was 20, like 19 when I
Yeah.
met him. Abel, I was what, 20, like 21, 22.
I mean, we knew him growing up. Though.
Yeah, but he wasn't my friend. Abel wasn't my friend.
He's
like-
gonna be like, "What?
He didn't even know my name probably.
He's gonna be like, "What you mean?"
He probably didn't even know my name. I probably knew me as Chucky's brother.
Probably.
Cause I saw him. We saw him all the time, but I didn't get to talk to him until I was like 21. And then Frankie, what, like 4 years ago now? 5 years ago, moved here.
Probably around the same time because it was when we started playing basketball that we
Yeah,
all started hanging out with each other more.
27, I mean 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the last friend I added to my. Look at this light ushering. I'd consider like Gus someone I could if I needed a favor. But I guess I don't talk to him every
Yeah, no.
often, so I guess not him. But
George.
George, he's like family kind of. He's always there. Chris would be
Well, he's
a
family,
friend, but I think he was a friend before he even became
Oh, true.
family. Like I was working as an
Forgot.
usher. Chris probably the last friend I added. I made him as an usher, and then he started dating Joanna, my wife's sister. He married her before I married my wife.
Oh, yeah.
So like he became my friend as an usher. And camp, he was always the one I
Oh yeah,
that
he was
hanged out
funny.
camp. Probably the last one actually, but then he became my family, so it don't even count. Who else? And my coworkers now, it's kind of hard to make friends with coworkers when you have like a family.
Yeah, and you live far away. It's not
Yeah,
like,
they all work and live over there. Like cool, my coworkers cool. We've gone out a couple times to the beach. They've met my kids. Gone out to dinner with them. Gone to one of my coworkers' house.
yeah,
So it's definitely cool. On my old job, I guess I had a lot of friends. I would say.
yeah.
One of them still reaches out to me.
Who?
Manuel.
Oh,
I
that's
always
right.
worked at.
Your old work dad.
And then that's about it. Oh, my barber, Swaggy P. He's also I
Ron the
consider him a
barber's the
friend.
homie.
I'd consider Phil a
Yeah.
friend if I could count on him. But yeah, making friends after what 20, after what 17 is hard. How do you make friends when you're an adult?
I know it's crazy to think. What's funny is like people think I'm antisocial now. I'm so social now compared to how I was before. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I was a little way more quiet. I feel like I make friends easier at work than I do at church.
Same, and I always wonder. People always wonder why, and I think it's because, at least for me, I've always been more guarded around church people.
Yeah,
The way we were raised
I guess there's that perception of making sure.
to be more guarded,
Yeah,
right or wrong. It's just I'm always more guarded around people around church, and then at work, people are just. Well, it's not all people. Some people don't want to be friends,
yeah,
but the usual work people also usually reach out more easily. As I've seen,
yeah,
but
yeah. Like that's crazy. Thinking back about like how I was growing up, and then now like people are like, "Oh, you're so quiet." I'm like, "Yeah, I am," but once you get to know me, after a while, I don't shut up. That's one thing people say is like, "You were so quiet. I would never think you talk this much." I was like, "Yeah, I don't talk until I'm comfortable with you. Then after that, then it's hard to get me to shut up."
The one that actually laugh is Cindy and Rebecca. They're like, we thought you were depressed, bro. You were at our house. You didn't talk for like 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
I was like, I didn't know none of y'all. My parents just took me to this random person's house. Made me sit there with two people I don't know.
I feel like that's one thing that we always did is like, if we were somewhere we weren't necessarily familiar with or comfortable with, and we just sit back and observe everything that was going on, and just evaluate the whole setting, and then either we got comfortable enough to open up and act or like get engaged, or we're just like, nah, we'll just stay over here, just keep to
Everyone always told
ourselves.
my mom and dad, oh, you guys raised such good kids. They
I
just
know.
sit there. Like, we got nothing to do, bro. We had no phones back then. We didn't have no, like, systems to play, handheld systems.
I know.
We literally just sat there and be with each other. What could we do?
I know.
Shout out Cindy, Rebecca. We'll get them on the podcast maybe. They're friends.
Crazy. I know. I was like, that's
I
crazy.
consider Cindy and Rebecca friends. I haven't talked to them as much as I would have liked, but we've definitely hang out with them at conventions and go
House
out with
prep.
them after conventions and stuff. I hit Cindy up for a recommendation for food,
I was like, Paris.
and I went
Tokyo?
to with my wife. No, it's some place in Long Beach, an Italian restaurant.
Oh, okay.
It was really good. But like I hit them up. Well, Cindy more than Rebecca, but Rebecca's funny. She's good people.
She's good people. That's what I realized too. Is like I always say I don't have no friends. Sure enough, I go to a service and then I'm like, dang, I know a decent amount of people here, where I can carry a conversation with them. I'm like, man, I know a decent amount of people here. I was like, I guess I am kind of popular.
I don't know that many people. You know way more people than I do for sure.
Yeah,
But they're good people. Who else did I meet recently? That's also how I meet them.
we met them.
Camp? I met them through camp.
That's
I
when you
think.
got close to them. The Flores sisters.
Yeah. I met
We were
Monica
close to them for a
and
bit.
Laura. I worked with them more.
Yeah.
Season.
Who else? Like now, like when looking at the youth, the people I'd say like I'm friends with would be like David, Eli, Daniel Rosales, Osias. But yeah, like honestly, a lot of the friends I have probably that I'm more comfortable to talk with are people I like kind of knew as juniors, and then like I just
Grew up with them?
reconnected with them, and then now we actually talk and hang out more because we're like we show up to events now and we're like, man, a lot of these youth are like super young. There's like kids that are like 15 now. There's more like 15 to 18 is who shows up to events. So we're like the older youth now, just pulling up and we're like, dang, there's so many young kids here.
Yeah, I guess it like depends on what you consider like a friend, like
Yeah,
someone that you go out with, or someone that if you see them you can hang out with them, or do you have
yeah,
to like talk to them every day, every other day, once a week, once a month?
yeah. Well, they always say the strongest friendships are the ones where you don't have to talk every day.
Yeah, and then just
But
pick
it's
up.
like you never left.
But I'm like, how are you actually friends then?
I know it's like
Or
now
you
you can
just
live without them for like 6 months and then you're just
yeah, like try that with your family. I guess they're not your family, I guess. But yeah,
yeah,
let us know what you think. What's
yeah.
considered appropriate length of time to go without talking
Yeah,
to a
what's
friend?
friendship? What's your basis on
Yeah,
makes
definition
you
of a friendship.
friendship?
Is there any good movie quotes about friendship? Oh, I got a good one.
Andy Dufresne was my friend.
No,
Oh,
that's a good one too. No, it's Tombstone.
oh, I don't got
He's
many
like, why are you
friends.
doing that for? He's like,
Doc,
Wyatt Earp is my friend.
friend. I got lots of
Hell,
friends.
I got
Huh?
lots of friends, Doc.
Not me.
I don't.
Yeah,
Wyatt Earp is my friend.
I remember I did that at a field trip because they were talking in like this accent. So the only thing I could emulate to make it fun over there was I would talk with an accent. I would copy Doc Holliday's accent, and there was actually one staff member there who knew. They're like, "Oh, you watch Tombstone?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, Wyatt Earp is my
I
friend.
was just doing a quote off from Tombstone. But yeah, which talking about summer, one of the things we're gonna do to I guess wrap up our summer and celebrate your birthday is we're gonna go on a special road trip to Zion
Yeah.
coming up. Shout out to Abel. He's gonna be tagging
Shout
along.
out Able Elite.
Abel Elite 24.
Yeah, it's coming in August 17th, 18th.
Yeah.
3-day trip to Zion, hiking, doing the whole little bang. So the next podcast will be remote in
Yeah.
Zion.
We might pop out 2 episodes over there. That'll
Yeah, we'll
ship out
see.
separately.
But stay tuned. It'll be my 30th birthday. It's definitely wild to think that I'm 30.
I know. It's wild because I'll be like, damn, you're 30? And then I'm like, damn, I'm 27. I'm pushing 30.
Yeah, it's crazy. 30.
I don't
Comes
feel
at
like
you
I'm 30. I'm not going to lie. I still feel like I'm 22.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm
don't-
a kid still.
definitely don't feel it. I feel the 30.
It's because we strong, baby. We in
Yeah,
this.
wise. I got the crow's feet. One of my friends told me now. My eyes. I'm like, oh, dang. But yeah, it'll be fun. Zion. I've always
Yeah.
wanted to go.
I'm
Only
hoping we
gonna
can
do it.
bang out like 3 to 4 hikes. But once I realized the time of it,
And it's hot.
I was like, oh, smokes.
Like 100-degree
Because
weather.
we get there like Friday, early morning, we can pop one when we get there. But then my coworker had just gone to Utah and she's like, go hiking early because it gets really hot. I'm like,
I think
damn.
China, they do I saw it on China. They do face bikinis or something.
What the
It's
hell?
so hot they put like a bikini on their face or something to protect themselves. It's funny. You gotta look it up.
Nah, that's gay.
Put the picture up. It's called face bikinis. They got like a burglar mask, but it's like some special material.
That keeps you cool?
Yeah, it's funny, bro. Face bikinis.
Sounds like something that
Let us know. We should wear
Arigold
But,
would say.
it.
But yeah, I mean, I know I'm excited to do the water one. I think it's called like the
The
Narrows.
Narrows, yeah.
Which I'm thinking if we do 2 hikes a day, that's got to be the one we do
later.
when the sun's out so that we're at least wet.
Yeah.
Going and coming back, stay fresh.
I just want to say I went there, bro.
I want to take some pictures is why. Like, that's my thing. I want to go on some trips where it's hiking and then you take pictures as memories. Get something like this filmed or photographed. But yeah, we're looking forward to going to Zion on that first trip together. Hopefully we can do more. That's what my plan is, to go do hiking trips where we travel. One of the ones I want to do is actually in China, which leads into our Mount Rushmore, which is top 4 places we want to like travel to, whether it's together or separately. But hopefully, maybe sometime it would be cool if they're together. But
Yeah.
let me pull up my list.
So
So
I mine written down.
I have this idea, or I stole this idea from a famous photographer I like, who took this picture hanging above my left shoulder. And it's if you want to look it up, it's Peter McKinnon Bucket Shot. It's on YouTube. That's actually one of the places I want to go to, Moraine Lake.
In Canada?
Yeah, Canada. It's in Banff, Canada. It's called Moraine Lake. I want to retake that photo whether it has snow or not. I mean, I'm not gonna
How
be
much
that
is it
picky.
edited?
Edited?
A lot, huh?
Maybe. I mean, it's probably he had to edit it. I don't know how much, but
Like, is the water even blue?
no, it's not crystal clear.
We'll see, huh, baby?
I mean, we'll see. Yeah, but another one I want to do is so it's called I don't even know how to say it. It's called Zhang Yi National Geopark, and it's called the Rainbow Mountains in China. Super sick.
Are they rainbow?
Yeah, but I've seen pictures of it, and it looks super dope, and I want to take my own now. Another one I want to do is I want to go to the Blue Lagoon in Iceland, but at night and take pictures of the Northern Lights.
Oh yeah, I want to do that one.
And then another one is I want to go to Santorini, Greece.
Santorini. That's where everybody goes, huh?
Yeah, all the rich people.
Let's see. Mine, I for sure want to go to Rome. I like the history. That'd be one of mine. And I would consider Rome and Greece like the same, because it's for the same reasons. For the history. Rome, Greece. What else do I want
Like
to
you
go?
think their gift shops are dope? Buy some Spartan armor.
Yeah, I would love to be alive in that time. Baby too.
This is Sparta.
I would want to go to... What location I want to go to? Definitely want to do like the Northern Lights. I think Ireland or Iceland.
Yeah.
I want to do Iceland. I do Europe again, or like I do Germany.
Did you go to
and
Italy?
Paris. No, I didn't go to Italy.
Oh, is that even Europe?
Yeah, it's Europe. I do like France and Germany again, but it'd be like Italy for my first next trip. Definitely for the food and the history that I like.
Yeah.
I did. Oh, baby got me, bro. She's just eating.
Ooh.
Stay calm, baby. Stay calm. We're almost done.
Chill out, bro.
I'd do Iceland for the Northern Lights. I'd want to do a safari of some sort.
Africa.
I think only Africa that I can think of that does safaris.
We'll go to Madagascar.
Safari. Or like the Amazon River. I'd want to do, like Anaconda. I don't know if that's where it's filmed, but...
I'm like, I don't know, dog.
I'd do that.
Those places are hella sketch.
Let me see. So, Italy or Rome / Greece is one. I'd do, what's the other one? Iceland.
Oh, Iceland.
Iceland I do. I do Paris and Germany together. I count them as one.
You keep cheating, fool. You keep adding two places
I
to
count them
one
as one.
trip.
They're like the same. Close. My last place I'd want to visit, I can think off the top of my head. I want to go to, I think Australia, which is the one that has like the kangaroos. Australia?
Australia.
I do Australia.
I don't know, dog. Africa's
I think
got
also has like the
kangaroos, too.
famous
Is that the one that's
theater,
what's it called? The Land Down Under?
Yeah, I do that one.
I
The
don't know,
Rocket Power to do the little ball that they did in Rocket Power. Remember they went there?
You gotta be scared though, dog.
And they did the
Because you're gonna mess around and get COVID and be stuck there for 30 days.
whatever. I know they're strict. Where else would I want to go to? Oh, Korea actually. Korean barbecue, bro. Damn, Korea actually. Fourth
Just make
one.
sure you don't get past South
Final
Korea and go
answer,
to North
bro.
Korea, and then you get stuck
They
there.
have Korean barbecue. I love all of Korea. Food, kimchi. Korean
I love all the
barbecue.
Koreans. Kim Jong Un, that's my homie.
Korean barbecue,
I'm just
kimchi.
kidding.
That's all we need, bro.
Don't cancel me, YouTube.
Dang, I want that Korean barbecue. But yeah,
Over there, it's just barbecue.
I'll do that.
Over there, it's just BBQ.
And then my wife wants to do Spain, so I'll put Spain on her for her.
What's crazy is I want to travel to a lot of places within like the United States. So I want to go to New York. I want to watch the Yankee
I wanna
game
go to New York, too,
there.
I've never
I
been
want to
there.
eat their food.
I want to go to New York, Boston, Tennessee. I want to go to a lot of states.
Yeah, I want to go to Arizona. I want to go to Miami. Well, you went there though for.
Yeah, for my honeymoon.
I want to go there. South Beach.
Then I go to South Beach.
I want to go to Montana.
Montana for
I'll be
Yellowstone.
on Yeezy's little farmland.
Where else do I want to go? You've been in Portland already?
Portland's cool. Actually, I didn't go to Portland. I went to
Just
Seattle, and I
oh.
drove through Portland.
I
So
went
I'm
to
down to go
Seattle,
to
too.
Portland.
That has a lot of falls.
Texas, gotta go see Mijo at his new home.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But let us know where you would travel to, what places you want to visit.
yeah.
Well, stay tuned for our next one. Say bye, baby. She just threw up. But I'll take care of her. Don't worry.
Yeah. Catch you on
All
the
of
next
us.
one.
About to get the gas, get the gas, get the gas. Until it's 17, pop it till it's 17. Pop it, get the gas, get the gas, get the gas. Until a big man, pop it till a big man. Pop it, get the gas, get the gas, get the gas, get the gas. until it goes